The grand paradise of desire. Have you ever looked at life that everyone says is living the dream and felt like it was more of a nightmare? We glamorise pleasure so much, we're sold the image, more parties, more indulgence, more money, more everything. However, if we're actually honest with ourselves, and this is about just looking a little bit more deeper, more closely, we see the shadow beneath all this sparkle. You know, these highs that don't last because they come with big lows. You know, it's like hangovers, they then linger. They're so quietly starving beneath all that noise for something else. We can scroll through our feed, can't we, like our social media, chasing the same thing over and over again. Dopamine, the next quick fix, the escape, the attention, and the validation. But here's the actual truth. When we chase with urgency, rarely does this bring us peace. You don't need another drink, you don't need another fix, you just need to feel alive. You don't need the pill to be at peace, you just need to not numb out, to escape. You need to wake up. You're not boring for choosing stillness and choosing peace. You're not boring for wanting to stay in and not do the same things as everyone else. You're not weak because you say no thank you. You're not missing out, you're retuning into yourself and what it is that you really are desiring. The desire without discipline is a prison, but you were never meant to be a prisoner of impulse. You are an observer, you are the conscious observer, the presence, the light in the center of the storm. So next time you feel that pull, that craving, that whisper, saying just one more won't hurt, ask yourself this: is this desire serving my growth or feeding my shadow? And remind yourself every single day then to breathe, to pause, to choose your power, and to return to the banquet of your own presence, where nothing is missing, because you're finally here and present the whole time. You're not here to escape life, you're here to embody it. Embody who you are and who you're becoming. Look at your triggers and then find the peace doesn't come in a bottle or a pill or a quick fix. Real freedom is the ability to say no sometimes. Desire isn't an enemy, it's just unconscious desire, it can be. Your highest self never begs for temporary highs. You can't fill a soul-sized hole with surface-level pleasures. Stillness is the new rebellion. Discipline is a love language for the self. And here are some things that you can use. You can reflect on them. What am I really craving when I reach for this? Am I trying to numb myself or nourish myself? Would my higher self thank me for this choice? What does true pleasure mean to me? Does it leave me feeling expanded or emptied? When did I last feel joy without escaping? A stoic mindset for modern healing. Whether you get your notebooks and write them in your journals as I say them, this you can do. How to overcome cravings with spirituality. A spiritual approach to addiction recovery. Luminous soul teachings on desire and discipline. And mind over matter techniques that we practice for our inner peace. How to say no without guilt. And choosing purpose over pleasure. By using your journal and reminding yourself how to rewire your brain for peace and not chaos, you then start to learn your inner self-mastery through spiritual awareness, spiritual practice, and mindfulness and meditation every single day. Breaking unconscious patterns with mindfulness. Being mindful of what you think, what you say, what you do. So, Soul Tribe, so far, I hope you've got your journals. You may need some more as we go through these practical exercises in these videos. I hope you're enjoying them so far. If you have any more topics that you would like me to consider and bring, by all means drop me a line, drop me a comment, and I will include them. Remind yourself how amazing and how blessed you are in total gratitude. Thank you. Namaste.